Howdy. Today, how can you use AI to get real specific on killing weeds, identifying weeds, and picking the right weed killer? I'll show you how I use it and how you can use it. And it's actually pretty cool how you can get really exact, not just with how to kill the weeds, but if you have a special circumstance, like you want to seed afterwards, how long do you have to wait? I'll go over that with you. Then I'm going to run, I've got, it's going to be, if that sun comes out, it's going to be brutal. We've got thunderstorms and rains over the next 4 days. 4 days of, I'm predicting we'll probably end up getting 2 to 3 inches of rain with some thunderstorms. So I'm running around here last minute, trying to get seed down, making sure everything has been sprayed. And yeah, so I just finished doing a big video on my the world's largest robotic lawnmower. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's not something that a consumer would buy. I did it more so for educational purposes to show that there's really a big gap in the robot lawnmower industry right now, and someone needs to fill that gap. Hopefully they will. We came out here, we did a scalping on this and on the pond front. I put down seed. I've got seed down here. Since I've got this rain events coming in, I'm also going to go ahead right now and I'm going to put down some PGF Complete. I just got in a big shipment. I got Dirt Booster Plus, I got PGF Complete, I got all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to put some PGF Complete here, and I'm going to put some on the pond front. I might even put some over here, but I don't know how much walking I can do. So earlier I went up and I went to the fields. I planted beans, kind of in a weird way. I'll show you that. I planted some more corn. I'll show you how weird way I do that. I just running around, just taking care of everything. I got to just get everything done before all this rain event moves in. 4 days of it we're going to be hitting. It's going to be kind of sporadic, but yeah, so here we go. So the first thing I recommend you do is get the Gemini app. I happen to like Gemini because it ties into all the Google services. It ties into YouTube. It ties into a whole bunch of different stuff. You can also use ChatGPT. You can use Grok. And what I'll do, just so you know, is I have Grok and Gemini. And I'll ask Gemini for an answer about something. But then, to be sure, I'll actually take that answer and go over to Grok and have it double check it. So you can go to the App Store, whatever phone you have, get the Gemini app. And then when you pull it up on your screen, maybe I'll do a little screen recording for you. I'm going to put up a screen recording probably over my face. So I've got the Gemini app open, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. Let's start with ID. So I'm going to click the little plus sign that's there, and it's going to ask me photos or camera. So I'm going to go to camera, and what I'm going to do is I have this little patch over here, and I'm going to take a picture of this. So I'm going to take a picture of that, and then I'm going to click attach. And then I'm going to click the microphone down here at the bottom. I have this weed that kind of looks like crabgrass in my Bermuda grass. Can you identify it for me? And then come up with a solution as far as a spray treatment that will kill that but not hurt my Bermuda. Then once you're done, click the send button, and now it'll go through the process of researching that. This is where you want to be careful. I like to, once it identifies a certain killing product or whatever, then you can go online and you can get the label. So when you get the label, and actually read the label, don't just rely on that. The other thing you can do is you can also tell this, go find the label for that product, read that label, and make sure that this is safe for X and X and X. And it's going through a very extensive confirming availability, refining whatever, clarifying application details. It's pretty incredible what it does. Okay, so here's what it says. It says, I'm not 100% sure, however, it strongly resembles crabgrass. It has the classic wide, flat, light green blades that grow outward, smoothly, killing it, harmful to your turf. A selective post-emergent herbicide, quinaclorac. Searched Amazon, Drive XLR8, quinaclorac, application ticks. The right surfactant for quinaclorac to work effectively, methylated seed oil, turf recovery once the treatment. So this is where it kind of walks you through. Now, I think this is probably, I'm going to take another picture of it. Let's go to camera. And now I'm going to make it work a little bit more. So now I'm going to click the microphone. I don't think it's crabgrass. I think it could be goosegrass or quackgrass or something like that. Dallas grass, I don't know. The reason why I'm saying this is because, number one, I know what the crabgrass looks like out here, and I sprayed the crabgrass with quinaclorac, and the crabgrass is dying. But this stuff is not even being touched. So the other thing, while I'm waiting for this to actually give me my results, the other thing is if you have mixed grasses. So I did have some centipede out here. Well, guess what? Quinaclorac is probably going to kill my centipede that's mixed out here, which is fine. I'm trying to get Bermuda to establish. The other thing is if you want reseeding times, you can figure out what the reseeding times are. How long do I have to wait? Now, that was one of the reasons why I chose quinaclorac, because basically it's only a foliar treatment. It doesn't have any activity in the ground, so you can reseed the next day. That's one of the reasons why I went with it. Quinaclorac, which is actually Drive XLR8, the liquid form, and then there's also a granular form. Okay, I'm not 100% sure, however, your instincts are spot on. It heavily resembles Dallas grass. This is the most likely candidate. It grows in a distinct whatever. Goosegrass, this is less likely because goosegrass typically grows flat against the ground. Blah, blah, blah. Quackgrass, this is a primary cool season weed. Dallas grass, the most difficult weed to control in transition zone. Unlike crabgrass, it has robust perennial root system. Tribute, this is the product that stands out, labeled for Dallas grass control, not just suppression, but it contains a blend of blah 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 blah. Certainty, Celsius, Monument. So this has gone through. This is kind of the process I use. Number one, don't trust AI when you do your initial results. If you don't think that's right, go ahead and question it. Say, I don't think that's right. Let's go back and then go to Grok and battle those two against each other. However, where this really shines is in the application rates. So, as an example, I ran out of Drive, which is the liquid form of quinaclorac. I had the dry pellet form, and so I had to switch over. And so I asked it, and I was using a backpack sprayer, and I said, how many tablespoons per gallon of this do I need to put in my backpack sprayer for spot treatment of crabgrass? Good luck trying to find that on a label somewhere. It'll probably give you ounces, then you got to weigh it out, you got to have a scale. So it'll do a lot of conversions for you like that. I think the important thing, and AI and Gemini stress this, is that crabgrass is extremely hydrophobic, and getting that product on the actual leaf is very, very hard without a surfactant, the methylated seed oil. Thank God I had a surfactant on hand, and I actually ran out, so I just got more. I just ordered more. So anyways, this is a great way that you can walk around your yard, and if you have an outbreak of a weed, take a picture of that weed, then you go in, and what you do is you upload that picture, and then you talk to AI and walk through it. Give me some options. So now let's say maybe you want a granular product to spread. Ask it for that. Maybe you want a hose end sprayer, something you can put on your hose and just spray on a hose end sprayer. Maybe you want to mix it up and put it in a backpack sprayer. And then once you get that product, ask it to read the label and tell you how much you need to put in this for that. That's where a lot of problems come in, is people not using the right application rate or mixing it wrong. And that's where really I use AI a lot for that, defining exactly the right treatment. So as an example, less than 24 hours ago, I came out here. I have some real bad crabgrass, but look at the crabgrass dying off. Can you see it, how yellow it is in here? So it's all starting to die off in there. And what's funny is the Dallas grass or whatever it is not dying off. So next year, it's a little late for this. Next year, I am going to come out in this area and put out a pre-emergent, because I've established this Bermuda grass fairly well. Now I came out, one of the other reasons why I talked to AI and I said, I want to come out and reseed right afterwards. And it recommended the Drive XLR8 because you don't have to wait. In other words, I used Image out here before. Image weed treatment, you got to wait 28 days. But with a quinaclorac, you don't have to. And I'm running out of time to do Bermuda seeding. We're at that last moment. We're at that last time. So I'm going to give you another example. And this is just a little cool afterthought. I did the video on the world's largest robot mower. Just to sort of say, hey, industry, you really need to step up your game, because right now there's thousands of these robot mowers and none of them perform really that well. I took a picture. What I want to do is I want to use my solar system to charge that robot mower. So I'm going to build a little like a shed on the back, or room attached to this little cabin, because all of it's contained in there, and I can get free charging off of that. So what I did was I took a picture of this and I said, I want you to build I want you to build something out here that's a little addition to it. I want you to match the theme of the thing. I want you to have doors on it, blah, blah, blah. And then after that, what I want you to do is I want you to build sort of an architectural drawing or outline as far as how to build this. And I want you to make a product list that I can give to Lowe's and actually have products of how to build that. Dude, literally 30 seconds later, this is what it came up with. It gave me the image for the addition. Then it gave me the actual outline, the diagram of how it's going to be built, along with the product list, material list inside of it. That's the kind of stuff you can do. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, I showed my Jesse, who works out here. He had a question. He's just a good old boy. He's a hard worker. He's a handyman. He's a painter. And he had a company that wanted him to do a quote. He's like, man, I can't get a PDF quote. But I said, dude, so I showed him how to use Gemini. And I said, here, have it create you a logo. Put this into PDF. I said, when you go to a customer's house, and let's say the customer has a house, and then you take a picture of the back of that house, and they want a deck built. Ask them for some specifics on what they want, the size of it, railings. I said, then while you're there, take a picture of that and tell AI to build a deck based on your specific instructions. It generates the house with the deck on it now, and then it could actually show the build out, do the architectural spec on it, and have a material list. Imagine, and here's what I told him, imagine every other handyman or carpenter is going to go out and maybe a couple days later send over a text with, here's what I'm, dude, 2 hours later, you're emailing that customer back with a actual picture of what it's going to look like. You're going to have the specific specs on it as far as architectural diagram, and then you have a specific cost broken down, exactly what it is and what it's going to cost. Dude, he said that now that he's using Gemini or ChatGPT, he has increased his business threefold. He said, quotes, he said, I am getting more quotes and responses from people saying that's the most professional estimate I've ever received off Facebook Marketplace or whatever. So once you learn to use it, it is an amazing tool. And I get it, it's going to kill us all, but there are some amazing things you can do with it. So anyways, that's how I use it to really work around the yard, identify weeds, and figure out what I'm going to treat it with. So it's the following day, and we are getting rain showers and thunderstorms every couple of hours, which is wonderful since I've got all this seed out. Matter of fact, in my previous video, I showed you guys that I did some repair work on some spots back over here. 4 or 5 days ago, I put out Bermuda seed, and with this heat and humidity and the rain, it's already germinating. I want to show you just how effective. Once you learn to do this, let me give you an example. I might have to use my phone to zoom in. Yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, 24 hours ago, Now, I sprayed some out here, and then later in the afternoon, actually it was 2 days ago, then I came out to this field, and I actually wanted to kill off, I got a ton of crabgrass out here. And I don't know if you can see it. This was solid green, and now I've got all these yellow patches. And these yellow patches are actually crabgrass dying. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but this is all turning yellow and dying off. Let's see if I can find even a better example side by side. Here's a good example. So I've got, you can probably see this is Bermuda grass over here, and then right next to it, look at the crabgrass dying. See that? It just shows you, once you learn how to use a product and double check yourself and make sure you're not putting a product on something that's going to do harm or you're going to apply it too much, it really is a good tool. Now, of course, a lot of times you get stuff wrong. So you just want to make sure you double check everything, but it is a really good tool to use. That's about it. I just wanted to show you guys how I've been implementing it. Now, I also use it like when you get up to your gardens and I get up to my fields. There are tons of stuff that you can use it for up there when planting. The other thing you can do, and this is kind of fun to do, when you read something online that just doesn't sound right, ask it. Ask Gemini, is this true or is this not true? And it'll tell you, it'll go out and you can say, base your answer on actual research, and it'll actually break down answers like chicken myths. There are a bunch of myths about chickens online. You'll read crap online from Reddit, from Facebook groups and all this stuff. Oh, I put this on my chickens and I don't have it. Dude, ask Gemini, is this a myth or is this real? And let me tell you what, you'll start to learn some real crazy crap that's out there that just isn't true. Anyways, that's about it, guys. Got a bunch more videos coming up. Give it a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you later. Doc.